Today I fucked up by letting my girlfriend shave my balls, causing multiple fuck-ups. My girlfriend and I have been going out for 3 months as of this weekend. We both just started college, out of my home state, so she has little experience with the male body, specifically the genitalia. I'm a quite hairy guy, so I've grown used to shaving on the daily. The trickiest part of shaving is the nether region. I managed to keep it nice and clean, but have to get the skin to the right tightness. You gentlemen will understand, to shave it without cutting myself. Fast forward to a week ago. After spending the night in my dorm and not shaving for the past couple of days, my girlfriend asked if she could shave me. We hop in the shower and do the regular scrub down before cleaning myself up. I gave my girlfriend my old razor that I last replaced in summer since I'm a broke college student. The first fuck up. Anyways, things are going good. She's doing a good job shaving my face, then decides to move down. I don't think she knew that ball skin detracts and retracts, so she just goes right in. Second fuck up. I scream, then she screams. Red water starts pouring down the shower drain and I feel like I'm going to pass out. We turn the shower off. I quickly dress myself and make our ways to the ER. Since I don't live in the state, I don't have my car, so to avoid the extremely high ambulance cost, we had to Uber. Third fuck up. I'm sitting in the back freaking out about how I am going to explain this to my extremely religious parents. Then I notice I'm bleeding through my pants. I cover my pants with my jacket when the longest Uber of my life finally is over and we arrive at the ER. On the way out of the Uber, I look back at my seat to grab my back and notice the biggest fucking blood stain on the seats I've seen. Freaking the fuck out, I just close the door and thank them for the ride and limp over to the room. I go to check into the ER and I can see the desk person staring right at my crotch. She asks, "What's the reason for your visit?" My girlfriend, freaking the fuck out next to me, burst out, "I cut his balls open trying to shave him," directing the attention of everyone in the room to me. She asks us to take a seat, so I do the walk of shame with a crowd of people staring at my bloody ball holder. Eventually, I get called in and do all of the usual stuff before a surgery. I am put under and next thing you know I wake up with stitches in my balls. The doctor gives me the talk about what I can do to make sure the stitches don't fall out, but I wasn't really paying attention. Fourth fuck up. I go back to my dorm and try to live life as normally as I can with sewed balls. I call my parents to deal with the cost of my fuck up, telling them I cut my hand with a pocket knife. A few days passed, when in the middle of the night I wake up with a scorching pain coming from my family jewels. I look down and I am covered in blood. Again, I quickly get my clothes on and call an Uber, this time with a towel. I run into the ER and do the same run through that I did a week ago. It turns out, because of the location of my cut, right in between my balls and shaft, I need to have a nice water next to my bed in case my penis is excited. So now here I am, lying in my bed next to a water bottle filled with ice water in case my dreams become a little too happy. The feeling of splashing your dick with cold water is not fun at all. This is going to be a long couple of weeks. Too long didn't read. My girlfriend sent me to the ER after she cut my balls when I let her shave me. Did the doctors at least shave your balls for the surgery? Step 1. Injure balls. Step 2. Go to ER. Step 3. Get balls shaved by a trained professional. Step 4. Profit. Did Uber charge you for the blood stain? To be honest, I didn't read the post, noticed Ops username, and just skipped to the comments. I'm glad I made that decision. Please clarify if you normally use the same razor for your face balls. Who uses the same razor for his face balls? We're not animals. I covered my balls reading this. I can't imagine the pain you went through. Ripped you and the Uber driver with blood all over his car seats. 1. Who the fuck lets another human being, who isn't a doctor about to perform surgery, take any sharp object to their balls? And it's not even like my wife of 30 years, it's my girlfriend of 3 months. 2. Leaving your blood in the Uber without telling the driver is a real dick move. Fucked up to the driver, fucked up to the next passenger who's probably gonna sit in your blood without noticing. Teaser be okay call GS2 seriously screwed up. Today I fucked up by getting locked in the bathroom with my naked boyfriend. So I am just back from holiday with my friends, to Amsterdam nonetheless, and I have been missing my boyfriend a lot. He was going to come over the evening I got home and I was really looking forward to seeing him. I thought it would be a good idea to plan my period for when I was away. You can do that with some birth control pills. However, my timings were off and sadly I still had my period that night. We decided we weren't going to risk messy sex, and so instead we got extremely stoned using the last of my boyfriend's keef collection. I did think my tolerance would be higher considering I was just back from quite a heavy few days in the dam, but immediately I was blazed. We were just listening to some music and then we started getting really horny. Because I was stoned as well, I really wanted him now. It was towards the end of my period, so I thought this will be okay, probably, never actually having had period sex before. It was amazing and honestly wasn't that messy. However, he still needed to go to the bathroom to clean up after. Not wanting to put his clothes back on, he just ran across the hall to my bathroom naked with a little towel. Now would be a good time to mention I live with 2 others. So I go and check on him in the bathroom after a few minutes and see him naked at the sink. He's splashing water on himself but asked if I could turn the shower on for some hot water. The switch was in the hallway. I turned back around with my hazed vision and grabbed the door handle only for the entire handle to come off. Shit. I barely realized the situation and stared at the door while my boyfriend was standing in the shower waiting for me to turn it on. Fuck. I told him we were locked in and I started to panic. My heart rate was going so fast and I was suddenly very aware that I was trapped in a small bathroom with my completely naked boyfriend. My panic was really made intense by the keef joint, as my mind was now playing different outcomes where I was going to have to spin an explanation to my flatmates as to why we were both in there that didn't involve breaking our no shower sex rule. What if they had to call a handyman at 2 AM in the fucking morning to come and rescue us? It's a small bathroom, there's nowhere for me to hide my boyfriend. Meanwhile, as my anxiety is taking over, my boyfriend is crouched naked in the ground, still not cleaned up after messy period sex, trying to open the door with a toothbrush and a razor. It was like we were trying to break out of prison. He's quite a relaxed and calm guy, so he was saying we'll either get out ourselves or we won't, but it'll be okay. I did not take kindly to his positivity and told him where to shove it. After 25 minutes of me sitting in the bath trying not to get claustrophobic and not let the high completely freak me out, my boyfriend finally managed to open the door with a razor used to twist the lock. I ran back to my room with him skipping naked along behind me. 2 AM. That's enough for one day. I was just very thankful I didn't have to beg my flatmates for release and explain the situation. Too long didn't read. I got very stoned and had messy sex, which resulted in me and my naked boyfriend being locked in the bathroom of my student flat. Electric shower, with switch to turn on in the hallway. Sad student flat life. Why didn't you just push the handle back into the door and turn it? I did not take kindly to his positivity and told him where to shove it. Isn't that what got you both in this situation to begin with? You know, a lot of people live very, very different lives than I do. I know, right? A real girlfriend, no less. Why is everything on Today I Fucked Up sexualized? It should be TIFU. Today I fucked up by marrying my stepsister. This is a throwaway, friends know my account and we want to keep this private. Yes, I know it's half not step. So 29 years ago my mother had a at-home birth and out popped her only child, me. When filling out all work she refused to give any info on my father, so according to the government I don't have a dad. Life growing up wasn't hard, my mom was a doctor, so financially we were stable, my grandma would take care of me and it was overall nice. However, my mom refused to ever talk about my dad. All I knew is he was a tall son of a bitch. 5 years ago I met the girl of my dreams. Long black hair, a lovely face and an amazing body. He was the sweetest thing and seemed to understand me. She was 19, I was 24, but age didn't affect us. We met at a coffee shop she worked at. I would come around 7. When they were about to close, get coffee and talk with her as she closed shop. Soon enough I asked for her number. She told me she wasn't allowed to give private info to customers, so I waited till they closed, walked out with her, then asked her again. She agreed and we started talking more. Things went up from there, we started dating. I got close with her family, she got close to mine, and a year ago I proposed to her at the coffee shop we met at. To my joy she said yes. Wedding planning is a bitch, I hated it. It took about 4 months and during the time time my mom got cancer and was put in a hospital. December 2018 we got married, Skyped call the whole thing for my mom. And January 2019 my wonderful mother passed away. My wonderful supporting now wife was amazing throughout this all. We held the funeral and she kept me going and we held the funeral. This is where life took a turn. We were cleaning out the attic of her house preparing everything to sell. No big deal. That's when I found a photo album from when my mom was in college. I flipped through it and noticed something. A guy commonly with my mom was my wife's dad. Shocked and stunned I approached my wife with it and she said we should talk to her dad about it. Go to him and he tells us about how he dated a girl in college, got her pregnant, couldn't handle it and disappeared to a different part of town. We explained to him how that's my mother and that's where this story leaves off. I'm grossed but my wife and I talked about it. We're going to try and stay together and never talk about this again. TL, doctor, I had no dad, met a girl, married her, found out her dad was my dad. Edit. Half not step thank you comments. Right now we aren't planning on having kids, well cross that bridge when we get there. Don't even really want to do any testing to confirm or deny it, we have all the evidence we need, we're just going to pretend that the photo album didn't exist and pray it doesn't hurt us later on in life. Okay, a lot of people have asked, my mom was in and out of the hospital before the wedding and about 1 to 2 months before the wedding my mom was permanently in the hospital. They had called but not anything in person and out wedding wasn't one with a lot of pictures, it was a few friends and family in a small church in the moment thing. The wedding was Skype called for me mom but after it her and I talked for a tiny bit, then we hung up as we continued on. A few weeks after the wedding went into a coma and soon died. Removed dates. Formatted the edit a little more. Yes, I know the difference between half and step periods, I'm tempted to make it a day I fucked up by fucking up on my title. A guy periods don't affect me. Went to college from an apprenticeship with a welder, now I'm a freelance worker and odd jobs I do from plumbing to construction. Pays well, college was free from the apprenticeship and I don't use English. Okay, I get it, Alabama college versus college versus Colgate versus whenever else, and yes I know half not step, I speak English, I don't write it. I may delete it, I may not, I had permission from the wife at least so she knows, and holy fuck yes I'm a dumbass but my dumbass pays the bills with my shitty English. No, I didn't fail math. Yes, he's one tall motherfucker, I'm 6'2" and he's taller than me. No, we're not doing porn, she's an accountant, I'm a freelance odd jobs kind of guy and I don't think my dick is porn quality, please. Please stop asking us to do porn. Wow, front page, okay I'm dead inside. Automod deleted it for too many reports, a helpful mod restored it. Yes, this is my own story, the fuck up was marrying my half sister and it's my fault for dating her, marrying her and finding the album. Oh, unhelpful mod took down a re-upload for rule number 2. This guy is giving a lot of personal details for Simeon who doesn't want his Reddit friends knowing this story. Doesn't matter when the story is imaginary. Maybe the Reddit friends are too. Edit, freelance. Whoever he is. I can't wait to see an update from this in about a month or 9°. That's your half-sister, not stepsister. That's worse. First off, get a paternity test on yourself and him. Make sure he's your father. He might not be. Then, once you actually have hard facts, you can go from there. I agree. Let science support the facts instead of speculating on the pictures and anecdotal information. And remember kids, it's always better to be in a collage than a montage. There is a phenomenon that happens when siblings, that don't grow up together, end up being really attracted to one another when they meet up later in life. I'm not looking that one up on my work computer, but it's a thing. Genetic sexual attraction.